Welcome to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of Remax Lakes, and welcome to the weekend.
Here we are!
Yes, it is 4th of July weekend, celebrating our independence.
Celebrating independence, greatest country in the world. I'll say that over and over and over again.
Yeah, I will back that up.
Absolutely. Fireworks are a booming.
Yes,
Dogs are freaking out all over the county.
Yep.
If I got to hear my mom one more time,
Yeah.
what are those people doing?
Yep.
Don't they know they're terrorizing my dog?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, they do.
Yep, so
And
true.
they don't care.
Yeah, right.
They're celebrating. I guess, it's great, but people take it to the extreme. Right?
Always.
Always. There's no middle ground when it comes to the 4th of July.
Right.
The people just boom from Memorial Day through Labor Day. But midnight, blowing off fireworks. It's like, what are you doing?
I know.
I live here. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, Chris Lake has a neighbor that he blows them up like year round. I don't know. Yeah, I've got a guy that lives behind me. That it's always 4th of July weekend, or the typical holidays where you set off fireworks. But he just goes at it, and it just seems like it just doesn't sit at the point where I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
They just keep on going.
Just keep a go.
Yeah.
Think of the money that they spend on fireworks.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that. I guess I'm too frugal.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Scotlander in me coming out, I guess. That Scottish blood is saying, we ain't spending that on that.
Yeah, but I do like to see, what we see this weekend on TV, what they did in New York, or what they did. Across America,
absolutely, the patriotic stuff. I'm all for that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But to randomly go out and just light it up,
yeah.
I have a hard time with that.
Right. No.
So,
me too.
because my dog's terrified. But I don't complain about it to everybody. I just hug her and try and keep her calm.
Yeah.
So
we've got one dog that doesn't care, and then we've got another dog, a puppy, that is terrified.
Right.
So
right.
So.
Stressful time for pet owners.
It is. Yeah. Definitely think of the pets.
Absolutely. Well, hey, whatever you're doing, celebrate safely.
Yeah, please do.
Boating is big, and living on the lake, I see all kinds. People doing stupid stuff out there, just think about driving a boat, no brakes, and toasted. Mm-hmm. And we see it pretty regularly.
Oh, yeah.
You really do. You can see people that, number one, you're not driving a lot anyways, right? You're typically not in a boat that much. You may not be that experienced. You add alcohol to the mix, it's just something that creates, a bad situation for all involved.
Yeah.
So just whatever you're doing, be safe.
Yeah.
Whether it's holding firecrackers, as a kid, I almost blew a couple fingers off, doing the same thing, had a fast fuse, right? Lighted, just blew just as it got out of my hand. There's a lot of stuff that could go on. I don't want to be Mr. Downer, just celebrate safely. Be responsible, let's put it that way.
Yeah, we do love lake life. We are the Lake City.
The Lake City, absolutely.
We love lake life, but be safe out there.
Be safe.
Yeah.
So we're talking about being safe. With that, if you're thinking about selling your house, hey, should I sell for sale by owner? So let's talk about
that's a risk.
some things. There is definitely risk in there.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, this may seem self-serving as an agent to say, oh, well, you really shouldn't sell for sale by owner. I don't tell anybody that, but I do tell them, there's upside and downside. What's the upside in selling for sale by owner? Mm-hmm. The whole idea is I don't have to pay any commission. Right?
Yeah.
So in your mind, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to keep more of my money. I'm not paying somebody to help sell my house. Mm-hmm. Which, again, that's all well and good. I'm Scottish. I'll save money.
Sure.
Give me an opportunity, I'll definitely save some money.
Okay.
But sometimes you're penny wise and pound foolish.
Right.
Okay? So there are statistics out there, and statistics are you can make the numbers say what you want them to say, and it was the study was put together by the National Association of Realtors. So I'm already looking at it with the John. What are you really? So the National Association of Realtors says that on average, again, average we talked last week about average and median.
Yes.
On average, homes sell for $60,000 higher with an agent than they do without an agent for sale by owner. Now, I'm skeptical of that number.
Yeah, it seems pretty high.
It seems pretty high.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that I believe that homes do sell at a higher price or at a better market price through using an agent than one person who has never sold a property
Right.
before, doing research with only publicly available data, and there's a lot of it out there,
Right.
to set their price, or grandma and grandpa's idea on how they're going to set the price. I think that using an agent is well worth, again, this is the self-serving part, it is well worth using an agent and paying an agent who does it as a professional to sell your home versus taking that on to do all on your own.
Okay, and I'm not an agent, but I believe that statement. I believe it because I do not think that somebody, and you just said it, somebody that's working 40 plus hours a week, selling homes, being in the business, negotiating, where they take all the, everything out of, all the emotion comes
Sure.
out of it.
Sure.
All the emotion comes out of it. They're going to do a better job at negotiating the price of your home.
I agree with that. Obviously, it's my business, but even selling cars, right? Selling boats,
Mm-hmm.
hire a professional to do it. We all want to save money.
Yeah.
We all want to save money, but ultimately, does the job get done? And after the break, we can talk about some other pitfalls that could pop in.
Is it break time already?
It's break time already.
Wow.
We can talk about some pitfalls to selling for sale by owner.
All right, that went by fast. You're listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Welcome back to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of Remax Lakes, and we're talking about FSBOs.
FSBO, for sale by owner.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, hey, can I save some money? Absolutely. The pitfalls, the things that could be harmful to you after the fact by not hiring a professional to do it.
Okay.
Number one, you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Right? How many houses have you sold? It isn't just as easy as, hey, I'm going to sell my house. Shake hands. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll buy it at XYZ.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
Unless you're a business owner, chances are this is the most expensive thing that you have ever bought in your life.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of moving parts to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts to selling a home.
Mm-hmm.
And dropping right into that is there's a lesson in every home sold. I'm not saying I know everything, and I've been doing this 16 going on 17 years.
Yeah.
And we sell a lot of homes. We write a lot of contracts. We get a lot of them closed. There are many that don't close, for whatever reason. Things fall apart. It happens, but we learn in every single transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess the other piece to that is we're a little bit more nimble. We're adapting and adjusting to fluctuations in the real estate market. So, right now we all know and think and believe it's a seller's market, but we're constantly looking at indicators.
Mm-hmm.
What are those changes? Off air we talked about, buying and selling in the summertime. Here in July, it's starting, people go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So activity levels will slow down.
Mm-hmm.
So we might see days on market increase by 7 to 10 days because there aren't as many people out there actively looking.
Right.
But does that indicate a trend where we're now going to a buyer's market because the days on market increased 7 to 10 days? Not necessarily.
No.
But as an agent who's been through this cycle 16, 17 times,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
And we can explain that to sellers. So, for us as an agent, this is not an emotional transaction for us. And that's hard, right? When you put your heart and soul into a property, and if I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times. Well, and I might jokingly say, well, I have the gold nails.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got 3 coats of paint
Mm-hmm.
doesn't impact the value of your property.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, when you ask sellers what's the best feature of your house, well, I just painted the deck, and I've got a roof on, and I put a new roof on, 4 years ago, and I bought a new water heater 4 years ago. Do they impact value? Yes, they do. But are they the end all? It's not emotional for us. It's
Right.
not, I have to get XYZ out of my house because I need the money to go into the next thing. The market
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care what you need.
Mm-hmm.
The market cares about what's the value of the house.
Sure.
Right? And how does it compare to similar properties in the market?
Mm-hmm.
That's an important piece. Doesn't matter what your personal wants and needs are out of that sale price. The value is what the market will bear.
Mm-hmm.
And what it will appraise for if you're using a bank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? That's ultimately what it comes down to. Now, are we right every time? Absolutely not. We're seeing homes sell above list price. Part of that is because of demand. You know,
Yeah.
and how do you judge demand for an individual property? Who knows? But we have a better chance because we're more experienced with the activity that's going on in the market right now.
Yeah, I mean that's plain and simple. That's just, I mean, you are pricing, listing homes, running
day.
comps, every
Every day.
single.
We're looking at things every day.
Yeah, every single day.
Yeah.
You know, and you are, and you specifically, you're an analytical.
I am a number cruncher.
Yeah, you're a
absolutely.
number cruncher.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you're going to do a much better job of finding that right price, because if you price a property wrong, it could sit on the market forever. And I've seen properties
it could
on
sit.
yeah,
It
I
could
mean,
sit.
and I've seen properties in this market
Yeah.
that have been on the market for months and months and months, and we're living in a period where you get multiple offers like within a day.
Right, they should sell. If it's priced right, it will sell.
Yeah.
Every home will sell, but it's at what price?
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So, you know, probably there's two things, well, I guess maybe three, that really using an agent versus doing it yourself. The first is contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Second is negotiation,
Yeah.
right? Not everybody negotiates very often. And thirdly, and probably the most important thing, is your time.
Mm-hmm.
Your time is precious. Your
Yeah.
time, if you're working a full-time job and you're now trying to show property, show your house in this environment, and you know, it's crazy. I got stood up on a Saturday a couple of weeks ago. Somebody, you know, at noon, middle of the day, I schedule a showing and people don't show. You know, you waste a half hour of your time. Could you imagine? Now, granted, it's my time, but it's also the seller's time.
Mm-hmm.
I reserved a showing and the people didn't show up. Frustrating.
Yeah.
For me, it's not personal. It's annoying, but it's not personal.
Yeah.
But what if you had taken time off work to go sit at home and wait for somebody to show when they didn't show up?
Yeah.
Right? Or you've got people traipsing through your house. They're writing offers. They're not pre-qualified. All of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Add to it the fact that contractually, we've got contracts. We do this more than once or twice,
Yeah.
you know, a year or
Yeah.
every 10 years. The contracts are there to protect both parties. There is liability when you sell your house.
Mhm.
If you don't fill out the correct paperwork, if you make, you know, obvious misstatements, you're opening yourself up for potential negligence claims. Somebody gets sick in your house because you had mold and you didn't disclose it.
Yeah.
They didn't do inspections. Now, granted, there's some responsibility for an individual, but you know, there's just a lot of negatives that can far outweigh the cost of
Mhm.
dealing with an agent.
The first house I bought, there was a potential lawsuit because of water in the basement,
Absolutely.
and it did get ugly.
It can get nasty.
It can get, yeah, it certainly can get nasty. So
Yeah.
hey, we got to wrap up though. Your contact information.
Sure. Website's lakes-realtors.com. Phone number's 574-834-1233.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. You've been listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.